So, the very reason that we are able to do everything that I'm telling you about right now is because our group is something that we call a best group. And this is the most important service that we can provide to you. The reason why you hear all the time why there are so many great ideas that don't end up succeeding is because people lack a best group. Here's one of the best examples. A lot of people, everyone who is diabetic has to take insulin injections into their arms because their body cannot produce insulin on its own, which is why they have to inject it to continue living. But for anyone who knows the medication that people with asthma take, it is basically a canister of medicine that they put in their mouth and push down on it, and the medicine goes into their mouth if they have an asthma attack or for whatever reason need it. And then they receive the dose that they need and they're fine. But and at a time there was a product that existed just for this purpose, except it was for insulin for diabetics. So rather than having to inject themselves, they would just use that, and they'd be fine. Now the problem is that this is probably like one of the best ideas. Like, I'm sure anyone who sees this video who is diabetic wants one of those right now. But that product never took off because it was not put out the right way. Even in the group that I am telling you about now, the group that I am in, we have had like excellent products that I just got done telling you about that I have been thinking for the longest time that if we could just give out to people, as I'm doing right now, and promote to them and tell them about them and how they can use them, then we would succeed super, super quickly. Within a month, I'd bet. But we didn't in the past year until now that we have been working together majorly. So it's the same way like the much simpler insulin. Until we got together in the current way that we form ourselves right now, we did not have a best group. So we couldn't assimilate ourselves in the proper way to to show off our products in a way that they could that they could succeed to their full potential. But now that we actually have done a lot of writing on this subject that we have stored, and that we know exactly why this problem occurs and how to solve it, this is probably the best and most important service that we can offer to you. If you have a great product or just a great idea that you haven't even started working with, assembling a best group is the very most important thing that you need to make that product for success. It's probably just as, maybe even more important than the product itself. So,